Hello and welcome to SGPN's The Daily Dog. I'm your host, Britton Hess. I'm here with my favorite Underdog Fantasy Pick'em plays for, Thursday, April 17th, 2025. Sorry, it's been a wild week, and I'm sorry I'm a little late here, but sending family off, getting back in the swing of things after the wedding and all that good stuff. So apologies for being a little late, but let's get some winners. Hit a couple slips yesterday. It wasn't a winning day, but we were right there. It was a slight loser, but hey, I'm happy to still hit slips every single day. NHL has been good. Let's try to keep that up here. We're going to go into MLB today. We're going to do the pitchers entries as well with the Yerpy Nerfy, NHL entries, Lotto entry, Dong Squad entry, and then at the end of the show, I got an NBA entry for tomorrow in the play-in final game there, that number 8 seed play-in game. So if you're new to Underdog Fantasy, sign up the promo code DailyDog, get 50% deposit match bonus worth up to $1,000. Obviously, that deposit match is very useful if you want to make a profit in this stuff. More bullets in the chamber is quite important. So good luck on your picks, and let's make some money. And let's start off with baseball. I'm big on Bobby Witt today. We're going to go with Bobby Witt Jr. higher than 8.5 fantasy points. He has killed Reese Olson in the past. I think he's going to continue to do it here. Weather is not ideal, but it's not terrible. It's like 10 miles per hour wind blowing in, about 60 degrees. Nothing too scary there up in Detroit. So give me Bobby Witt Jr. higher than 8.5 fantasy points. Also, side note, it feels like the Tigers have played a ton of home series lately. So they're going to be on some road trips soon. But Bobby Witt Jr. higher than 8.5 fantasy points. Obviously, a home run gets you there. A couple hits, couple runs, walks, stolen base for sure is helpful there. So, even if they walk him, because again, he's had a lot of success against Reese Olson, if he gets on base, he's got potential to contribute here for a higher than 8.5 fantasy points. Then I'm going to go with Jazz. Chisholm higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Beautiful weather down in Tampa, playing in Steinbrenner Field against the Rays. Chisholm is a guy that, obviously can have massive games. I'm hoping that we get one of those massive games right here. So give me Jazz Chisholm Jr. higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs with Bobby Witt Jr. higher than 8.5 fantasy points is a 3.42x multiplier because you're getting a little bonus with Jazz. MLB entry number 2. Get ready to put this one in quick. This game's about 1 Eastern, 4 Pacific, or 1 Pacific, 4 Eastern. Heliot Ramos higher than 4.5 or higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Heliot Ramos 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, not 4.5. Against Christopher Sanchez. Sanchez is a kind of a contact pitcher. I think Ramos is going to do just fine in this righty versus lefty matchup. I love Ramos. He's a big power slugger out there for the Giants. He's a good guy that's kind of underrated. The rest of the MLB is catching on, but not quite as much as they should have, I believe. Pairing that with Marcus Semien higher than 1.5 total bases against Jack Kochanowicz of the I can't say his name, sorry. Jack Kochanowicz of the LA Angels. Ramos higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Semien higher than 1.5 total bases, 3.36x multiplier. Semien's got 3 singles, I think, and like 6 at-bats against him. Hopefully he can get that extra base hit here or get a couple knocks or maybe even a home run. Semien's not lit the world on fire for me in his just approach this year, but you know what? Let's take it. Let's get higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and or higher than 1.5 total bases for the man, the myth, the legend, Marcus Semien. All right, that's a 3.36x multiplier with Heliot Ramos. NHL entry number 1, Joseph Woll higher than 2.5 goals against. For the Maple Leafs, obviously bigger fish to fry with the playoffs around the corner. I don't think the Maple Leafs are going to have a shutdown performance here at all. I think Woll is going to allow 3 goals. And then Sidney Crosby higher than 0.5 goals. No postseason for the Penguins, but Sidney Crosby, they get to go against a amateur-ish goalie in Clay Stevenson for the Capitals in this season closer. Give me Sidney Crosby higher than 0.5 goals, 4.05x multiplier. NHL entry number 2, I'm taking that Clay Stevenson higher than 3.5, alternate over, higher than 3.5 goals against for the Capitals as they host the Penguins here. I think the Penguins are just going to be shooting gallery. I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. NHL entry number 2, in the second leg of this, or the second projection I'm taking on this entry, is Tage Thompson higher than 0.5 goals. Good goal scorer. Again, Sabres aren't playing for anything, but Tage Thompson can still get the puck in the net. So give me Clay Stevenson higher than 3.5 goals against, and then Tage Thompson higher than 0.5 goals against the Flyers in the home closer for him. 4.36x multiplier, so nice little bonus there. All right, pitchers, number 1, Michael Lorenzen plus Reese Olson, higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. Michael Lorenzen, I think Olson is going to be in trouble early against the Royals lineup here. And then I'm picking Jack Kochanowicz and Kumar Rocker higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed in that Angels Rangers game. I think both these pitchers are going to have a very, very bad time against these lineups, just the way that they match up. 2.76x there. And then pitchers number 2, Will Warren, Taj Bradley, lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. I like Jazz for the game, but I think first inning, both these guys are going to be fine. Will Warren starts hot. Taj Bradley, first time through the order, should be pretty good. So lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. And then pitchers number 2, Jordan Hicks and Christopher Sanchez at 4 Eastern, higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed, 3.18x multiplier on that one. Lotto entry number 1. We're going to get involved in hockey and baseball here. So Lotto entry number 1, we are going to go with with Rickard Rakell higher than 0.5 goals. As I said, I think the Penguins are going to score a lot today. Rickard Rakell 1.5x multiplier. He's always got good value on him to get the puck in the net. So give me Rakell goal here. Then I'm going to take Travis Konechny of the Flyers, higher than 0.5 assists against the Sabres. Again, I think there's going to be plenty of goals available here. Konechny's got 51 assists on the season. I think he's going to keep that up here. He's the leading point man for that team. So I think Konechny is going to get a helper. Probably 2, to be honest, but at least 2 points, I would say, in this game. But he's going to get at least 1 assist. And then Bobby Witt Jr., higher than 0.5 stolen bases. I told you I'm all over Bobby Witt. We're trying to double dip here. You maybe even look at him for a home run. He's not on the Dong squad, but I wouldn't mind putting him on the Dong squad. That is for sure. But Rickard Rakell of the Penguins, higher than 0.5 goals. Travis Konechny of the Flyers, higher than 0.5 assists. And Bobby Witt Jr., higher than 0.5 stolen bases. 25.48x multiplier. Flex it. I recommend flexing these. 12.74x if it goes 3 for 3. 3.6x if it goes 2 out of 3. All right, let's get to the Dong squad. One of the most fun parts of the day. We're going Wilmer Flores higher. No, we're not going with Wilmer Flores. Why did I put Wilmer Flores? We're going Gunnar Henderson. What the heck? Yeah, Gunnar Henderson higher than 0.5 home runs for the O's as they take on Tanner Bibby and the Guardians here. Should be good hitting weather down there in Baltimore, about low 60s, negligible wind. Give me Gunnar Henderson home run here. Aaron Judge higher than 0.5 home runs. Hopefully it's just not in the first inning. But again, I think it's going to be good hitting weather down there in Tampa at Steinbrenner Field. Obviously, Aaron Judge, always a good shot to get a home run, even though he did go, 10 games without one, but he's back hitting him now. And then another entry on that early game, Kyle Schwarber higher than 0.5 home runs against the 0.5 home runs against Jordan Hicks and the Giants. 73.26x multiplier or 36.63x if you flex it. If it goes 2 out of 3, 8.78x. Obviously, flex the Dong squad is the best way to do it. Obviously, you hit a big one. That feels great, but you also just want to get paid if you go 2 out of 3. That is my strong recommendation. All right, NBA number 1. We got a little play-in matchup on Friday. I wanted to get one of these in early. Heat Hawks, teams that are very familiar with each other. Mavs, Grizz know each other as well. But I do think that the Heat are live to win on the road against the Hawks here. And for that reason, I do think Bam Adebayo higher than 19.5 points is a good look. I think inside he's going to do just fine. Again, like I said, I think the Heat win. I think that this could be maybe a grittier game. But Bam Adebayo is obviously capable of putting up 20 points here. Just looking at a couple games against Atlanta in the past, not necessarily always going over there, but he had a 20-pointer back in February against them. So he's been around this number quite a bit. And again, it's time for the leaders to step up. So give me higher than 19.5 points for Bam Adebayo. And then I'm going to keep on riding the hot hand of Klay Thompson's playoff Klay, splash bro, out on his own. He went 5 for 7 from 3 the other day. I think he's going to hit 4+ here. So Klay Thompson higher than 3.5 3-pointers made. It's a 4.05x multiplier with Bam Adebayo higher than 19.5 points. And by the way, in that game, I do think that actually the Mavericks could win that one. These dudes are playing loose. They're pretty free. They've got a chip on their shoulder after everyone thought they sucked after they got rid of Luka. AD is back in. AD is the leader here. So give me a big 3-point performance from Klay with Bam Adebayo higher than 19.5 points in the other game, 4.05x multiplier. I think that Mavericks as an 8th seed, probably not doing much. Grizzlies as an 8th seed, I don't think they're doing that much either. And then Heat Hawks, the Heat are a tricky team in the playoffs. They don't have Jimmy Buckets anymore, but I don't think that it's going to be an easy out for, the Celtics the Cavaliers if they get there. Well, I'm so used to saying the Celtics are the 1 seed, but not anymore. But all right, thank you for bearing with me. Sorry this is late. Get those entries in very, very soon for the Giants game. against the Phillies. Good luck on your entries. Thank you for listening, and let's make some money.